Man, I keep getting asked the same question. How do you get recruited? And every time I answer that, I always say, guys, I released a video on it. In fact, if you haven't seen the video, go ahead and look at it. But obviously, I had to make another video because I guess that wasn't enough, which is fine. You know, I can keep making videos, and as long as you guys keep wondering, I can keep making videos. So here I am making a part 2. And if you guys are wondering why I'm at all qualified to talk about anything regarding recruiting, go ahead and click on the link right here to go check out my D1 story about how I went around to all these different schools and had to basically sell myself and re-recruit myself to a bunch of different schools. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check that out. But as always, hopefully this is the video that helps you get to where you want to go. Guys, welcome back. My name is Javis. I am your captain today, and today we're going to talk about the different things that you can do to help yourself get recruited to the school that hopefully you want to go to. As usual, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate if you guys liked it, subscribe, do what you gotta do, support me if you feel like it, and if not, watch the video, take what you need from it. Either way, I appreciate it. And if this video just isn't enough for you guys, you don't get enough from this video, go ahead, pop into my live streams. I live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it starts at about 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, you know, give or take 30 minutes depending on what I need to do. And in spite of that, if I am going to delay or go early on the stream, go ahead, check my Twitter. I'm gonna put all the links for those right here for my different social medias, and I actually did just post my first TikTok, so check that out too, because I do put some of my other lifting and, you know, little stuff that might not work into a full video on there as far as how to help you guys get bigger, faster, stronger, stuff like that. All right, enough of that. Let's go ahead and get into the first tips I got for you guys today. This first one is gonna sound weird. Hear me out. You have to pass the eye test, or at least it'll really help you if you do pass the eye test. What's the eye test? It's what a coach thinks about you when they first see you. Do you fit the role that they think you're gonna play? A lot of you guys might be smaller. A lot of you guys might be too big for the position you want to play. But those are things you can't control. Some of the things you guys can control is how big you look, how much weight you hold, and how fast you are. Now, the fastness aspect does not really apply to the eye test, but just looking physically intimidating or even something close to that. Maybe you're 5'8", right? But you want to stand out amongst the crowd. What do you gotta do? Well, if you're a running back, you gotta be buff. You know, be fast, buff, be strong, be a physical runner, and be shifty, no matter what it is. Find ways to make yourself stand out amongst the crowd, because if you're going to camps and all that stuff, even on your own team, you want to be able to stand out from the crowd, because you got to remember, a coach is one person and he's got about either 30 all the way to like 800 people that he has to watch at some camps, and there are camps that are that big, so keep that in mind. Moving on, for the next tip that I got for you guys is going to be something that I have to put in from my 30 tips in 10 minutes video that, again, you can put right here. Go ahead, check that out if you haven't already, because I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but there's a lot of good tips in there I think that a lot of people could use in a short, condensed amount of time. But one specific one that I think is incredibly important has to do with Twitter, and I talk about Twitter a lot on this channel, but something I don't see a lot of people doing is recording themselves outside of regular competition, outside of your game, just practicing. You know, you want to record yourself practicing, throwing the ball, catching the ball, blocking, all of that, your technique. You just want to record it all, and you want to put it all into a little video, put it on Twitter, make it look cool, all of that. The point is to just get something on Twitter, because especially in this pandemic right now, it's incredibly important to make coaches realize that you're staying in shape and that you are still an asset that they want to have on their team, because unlike a lot of kids who are probably sitting on the couch and not really wanting to go out and run and lift weights and all that, you're doing exactly that. You're keeping up with your technique, you're doing drills, you're lifting weights, you're running routes, you're doing all of your linebacker drills, whatever position you play, whatever strength exercises you do, you're keeping up with it. And I mean, how else are they going to know if you don't post it on Twitter? You know, you don't have another really platform other than maybe Instagram, and that's not as discoverable to a lot of coaches. Almost all coaches have Twitter, and it's a lot easier to connect with them and send them little links to whatever videos you want to have. So while yes, it is obvious to connect with coaches on Twitter, I'm saying you should promote yourself on Twitter and create your own brand of what you're working for. Put your own videos on there constantly, maybe once a week. Just have someone come out there with you, maybe a friend or something, once a week, and you just go out and you record yourself throwing, doing drills, all of what I just said. Now, the last thing I got for you guys today is probably going to be one of the most, and I'm not over dramatizing here. Dramatizing? Is that a word? Whatever. one of the most important things that I think you can do for your recruiting. That's going to be making connections and utilizing them. If your parent or a friend of your guys' parents or someone knows a coach, maybe have them hit them up for you, put your name on the list of people to watch out for. It's not necessarily going to guarantee you a scholarship, but it's going to get you a lot further than people who are just sending emails or people who are just linking their highlights on Twitter or something like that. Because you have direct contact with someone who has direct contact with that coach. And having direct contact with a coach is always 100% better than leaving it up to chance of whether or not they're going to look at your film on Twitter that you linked or anything like that. And of course, you should still be doing that, especially with coaches that you don't have contacts with. Make sure you just ask around. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be too big. Don't be too proud to ask for help from anybody who might be able to help you. That's one of the biggest things as well, is just don't be too prideful. Call it a bonus tip if you want, but don't be too prideful to just put yourself out there. Admit that you don't know everything about everything, and make sure that you get the help that you need to get in order to get to a level that you want to get to. You gotta have the correct amount of humiliation in order to just put yourself out there and make yourself available to others. And that's why I encourage you guys to ask me questions as well, because I'm here to help you guys jump into my live streams. Put down in the comments any questions you guys got for me. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be anything to do with this video in particular. It could be about food, it could be about recruiting, it could be about drills, anything. Just let me know down in the comments down below. And I didn't mention this at the beginning, but let's throw in a bonus tip. My bonus tip for you guys is going to be get your grades up. It's super simple. You might have already clicked off the video, but at least let me explain why. If you are going up against another kid who is just as good as you, but he has better grades than you, just plain and simple, the coach is going to take the kid with the better grades because they want to get that team GPA to be higher than what they would if they took you. So the higher grades you have, the higher chance you'll be able to get of receiving that scholarship offer, of receiving that walk-on offer, of receiving an opportunity to try out. If you have really good grades, that immediately puts you in a higher bracket, even if you might not be as physically gifted as someone else. If you guys enjoyed the video today, I'd really appreciate it if you liked the video. It really does help it when it comes to the algorithm, stuff like that. And let's go ahead and get this channel a little bit higher. You know, let's help out more people. Let's spread the love. And if you guys are new to the channel and you want to see more from me, go ahead and hit subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can see when I do upload. Hit me up on my live streams. They're Monday, Wednesday, Friday, about 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, give or take 30 minutes. We play games. We like anime. We talk about all different kinds of stuff on there. It could be football related or not. So hit me up on there if that's something you guys are into and you want to hang out with me. And if there's anything else you guys want to see from me, let me know. Because if there's anything else you guys want to see me tackle that you think I can, go ahead, let's do it. Tell me down below in the comments though. I'm glad we got to do a part 2 on this video, so maybe it'll be a part 3. Who knows? We'll see. My name is Jefferson. I'll see you guys on the next one. Yes, sir! Yes, sir!